Hello. So welcome back to the channel. For those that don't know, this is Love's Magic. So right now we mainly do SRT and SRT hybrid type videos, but this channel centers around wellness, spirituality, and self-empowerment. So for this one, we're going to be doing a energetic recalibration around July 2026. So what's ahead? We're going to be starting off with a pick a card, and then we'll move on to the SRT clearing. It came through only 2 piles for this month for this video. So this is pile 1, this is pile 2. We're just going to pick some general messages for the month that will help support you. So I will give you a moment to see which pile you would like. Pile number 1. All right, let's see what your general theme is for the month. Heal heart and spirit. Okay. Let me see what comes through. So initially I'm getting a couple things. I'm getting this relationship but it feels more familial, like almost like a son and a mother. It could be a father and daughter too, but excuse me. It feels like a familial type relationship. And as I'm talking now, all of a sudden, it feels like my throat is like it's trying to bring up stuff. Like I need to clear all of a sudden as soon as I started pile number 1. So I'm feeling like there are some things around truth being spoken. Also, maybe in the relationship is what I'm getting. I got a quick glimpse of almost something around creative expression also, but it feels more, it's centered around relationships. I'm seeing, it's a show. I don't know the name because I've never watched it, but I've seen clips of it online. It's this lady, I think her first name is Yvonne. She's a black older lady, maybe in her 40, maybe like 50s or something. But she counsels couples online. I just got a glimpse of that. So there may be an instance this month to reconcile, to like sit down with this family member. I don't know if you all are doing family counseling or something, but it may be some type of opportunity this month, or it might come up, or it might be what is needed. Okay, anything else? It feels like the green is the child and the purple is the parent. I'm getting like the child having like this playful spirit, and it feels like the parent is more rooted in wisdom and knowledge and experience, but maybe so much so that maybe the child feels stifled by the parent. Like the parent is trying to help, but all they're doing is feel like the child is feeling stifled, smothered, not supported in their dreams, things like that. And yeah, so anyway, it's an opportunity to come together to help to heal whatever this thing is. Okay, let's see. All right, what is it? Pile 1 is to release. I would support them for July 2020. That's it. Okay. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy your inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Actually, hold on, I'm feeling the need to pull one more all of a sudden. Surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. Okay, so how does this play into this? Okay. Got it. Okay. So it feels like almost the child in this scenario, whether this is literal or not, because I'm getting different energetics coming through now. Because it could be a relationship that feels like a parent-child relationship also, like a mentor, mentee, something. But anywho, it feels almost like the child has these deep desires to do these certain things or live their life a certain way. And they're feeling like maybe by the things that this other person has said to them or how they've acted or something, like it is something wrong with them. Like it is something wrong with me wanting to live my dreams or live my life in this way. And there is a call to, yes, there's going to be an opportunity to heal this relationship or at least work towards it, or finding more understanding, but there's also a call for more acceptance of self, working on accepting yourself as you are. A lot of times, sometimes when we feel like something is wrong with us, especially when it comes to like a parent or parent-like figure, there is a desire for us to have approval of those that we love and care about, and those that feel like giants to us, especially growing up, or like they know more than us or have more wisdom that can help support us. And there comes a time it's like, okay, well, no matter what this is, whether they're supporting me or not, whether they believe in my dreams or not, or my way of doing things, do I believe in me? Am I choosing to believe in myself? Am I choosing to support myself, to honor myself, to love myself, to accept myself? And yeah, so it feels like there's also a call to work on self-acceptance, whatever this may be, because it feels like almost like this is a career path for some people. For some people, I don't want to say hobby. It doesn't feel like that's the right word, but career path doesn't also sound right. Maybe it's purpose. But there is something else. It's not necessarily a career path. Maybe it's a deep desire within yourself to do things a certain way or do some type of creative work. I'm not quite sure. But there is like, honor that. So yeah, doing work around honoring that. And sometimes honoring that means maybe sometimes not telling others what you're doing in the moment until you feel more grounded and rooted and confident in what you're doing. So say, for instance, if you're starting something new or you're finally starting to pursue something you truly love and you feel kind of raw about it and vulnerable about it, like to the degree that, say, for instance, if someone just started painting, they're feeling really good about it. They're feeling positive. It lights them up, but they feel kind of self-conscious about it. Like, this is new. I'm like, not sure if this looks right or whatever the case may be is. And they feel so raw to the degree that maybe the wrong comment from the wrong person or this person laughing at them or saying that this is wrong will cause them to shrink up and just like put it to the side and never come back to it or throw it away. Like that raw. You feel that raw right now, for instance. Versus say if like, oh, I've been doing this for like a couple months or 6 months or however long it is for you, or even a week, whatever it may be, where it's like, you know what, I feel good about this. Like it's not perfect. You know, I'm still learning everything else, but I feel okay enough in it where even if somebody was to say something negative about it, it's not going to cause me to go off course and to stop doing it. You know, so there are different levels of how comfortable we feel into something. And sometimes when we're just starting something new, we're just learning something or changing, sometimes we could be in a place where we're so raw that discernment wise, it would not be the best thing for us to tell others about it or certain people about it yet until we feel more okay with it. So anywho, okay. Let's Let's see what else we have. Okay, I'm feeling self-care. I don't have many decks out right now. I'll probably start pulling out some of my other decks too, because I haven't used them in a while. Self-care for pile 1 for July. Ooh, July 2026. Da da da. Boom. I just love certain of my decks. I just really love, like, self-care is really important to me, honoring the self. Okay, so these are different forms of self-care. They can help support pile 1 throughout July. Make a vision board, energy work, make an altar. Those come together, I'm feeling. And clear your energy field. Okay, I don't know if you can see all 4 of these. Yeah, okay. All right, first one that's popping out actually is clear your energy field. I'm here for some people, you're starting over. Like, you're starting fresh on something in some part of your life, whether it is this creative pursuit, whether it is a career, whether it is a new way of seeing yourself, an identity, your mindset shift, whatever it may be. For some people, it's an actual environment. Maybe you moved, whether it was by choice or not, I'm feeling. And yeah, there's this call to kind of like reset your energetic field. And I'm seeing 2 people arguing, and then this person leaving the house. Like maybe this is this parent-child type thing. And maybe it was like you explained it, I'm pursuing this. And honestly, I'm getting a thing of like, say somebody went to college for something, they decided to start over and the parent wasn't happy. So I'm getting different scenarios, which is a group reading. So, and it feels like you all had an argument, maybe the parent left or whatever, and maybe now you're just feeling all of this heavy energy in your space. Clear your space, cleanse your space, whether it's physically cleaning, whether it is, if you do energy work of some type, or you know how to move energy. You can move energy with sound and with music. You can move it with movement. You can move it with smudging. You can, like I said, physically clear the space. There are different things you can do. So, but maybe focusing on kind of clearing the energy, doing something that makes you feel good. Maybe do this thing that you told them about, maybe not. That's going to be different for each person. I feel for some people, yes, moving more into that will help you feel a little bit better. And for some people, don't jump into that feeling these emotions, because you're going to attach that to that. So yeah, clear your field, clear your energy, let yourself reset. For some people, that might just be simply taking a shower and taking a nap, you know, or getting yourself a nourishing meal and doing something else, you know. But do something that helps you feel good, that helps you feel lighter, and the energy around you feel lighter. Energy work kind of just went into that. I heard work on maintaining being grounded this month. So maybe regularly grounding this month, having like a meditation practice, or walking outside, taking a daily walk, exercising, dance, standing outside in the grass. Have some type of practice that feels aligned for you to help you maintain being grounded, and it feels like it's going to help you think clearly and not get caught up in your emotions too much, so where it overwhelms you and consumes you and possibly causes you to make a decision that maybe you don't feel would be best thinking about it later. Make an altar and a vision board. Feels like they're pretty much coming together. The question I keep getting when I'm looking at this vision board is, what are you desiring for your life 5 years from now? I'm even seeing 2 and 3 years. So what are you desiring for your life in the future? And based on that, what can you do? What can you put out as a reminder now, like an altar? Like, what can you do? What can you make? What can you create? What can you set up in your space? Or as a reminder, you can be the altar. Like, for instance, some people have jewelry, like certain pendants or rings that remind them of certain things, even if it's something that you wear. But what can you do now to give yourself a continuous reminder of what it is you are moving towards and what it is you desire? If it's, for instance, painting, is there a certain painting you like that inspires you that you can put up in your space? Or is there something you have created that you can put up? I'm seeing somebody, like a vision of somebody putting up something like a painting or some type of written works they've done, but they're putting it up in a way where they have other authors that inspire them in this category. So maybe like this little wall. Maybe, for instance, they have their painting or their work of art or poetry, and then also around it they have the greats, like people that have also inspired them or that inspire them now. Like, you're moving towards that, claiming that in that category or that energetic frequency also in this thing. Is that it? Yeah, and just rest when you can. Honor your body's need to rest. Is there anything else for pile number 1? No. Okay. All right. That is it for pile number 1. We're going to move to pile number 2. All right, pile number 2. Let's see what your theme is for July 2026. We have healing. Okay. Automatically, I saw a couple things. First thing I saw was infrared sauna. So for some people, looking into that or other healing modalities and technologies might be beneficial. So there might be some physical healing going on. And then also, this color made me think about sunset, like traveling, sunset, kind of being out of nature, but I saw more sunset and traveling. So maybe someone traveling and exploring. So yeah, exploring nature might be very healing for them. But let's see what else. Anything else from this card right now? Okay, my attention automatically went to the green when I said that. I'm seeing heart healing and abundance. What do you already have more than enough of? Maybe that you don't even see. Okay, I'm feeling... Let's get some more cards because I'm feeling kind of... That was kind of it. Okay. What would be beneficial and supportive for pile 2 to let go of for July 2026 to support them in this theme? Surrender your ego. Cultivate gratitude. Be of service to others and come from your heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals. Okay. Surrender to passion. Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. Okay. First of all, one thing, we had one similar card from pile number 1. So if you felt drawn also to pile number 1, there might be some messages in there for you, possibly. But let's kind of see, because I'm kind of feeling different things. So I will say initially when I read this card, I heard the question, how can you be of service to others? Like I thought about volunteering or something. And then I thought about just now maybe someone traveling and volunteering, like how it might be very healing for the heart. Let me see. The ego made sense when we were talking about the heart healing right before. Surrender to passion. Okay, what do we have for this? Okay, so as I'm asking that, I'm being pulled towards the purple. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, I'm going to say that. If you possibly felt called to number 1, only if you felt called, like truly called to number 1 also, there might be some messages in that for you too. Just based on this and then something else too. This isn't the card I was talking about. I'm not going to say which one, but just now as I'm seeing this. But I'm getting similar energy. I'm going to say these two are probably related in some way. I'm going to be honest. I'm not getting a lot of like messages. It feels like this pile is kind of more intuitive, honestly. Like even when I was looking at this card, some stuff came through, but it was like, no, we're not giving you too much for this pile. Like this is more of an intuitive pile for whoever's watching it. So I'm going to actually let you kind of look at this for a minute and see what comes through for you. This may be somebody who's been already getting messages and downloads on their own. Maybe does their own work, taps into their own clear senses, or you've been considering it. So yeah, I'm gonna just be quiet for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna jump back in now. It's funny, when I was just quiet for a second, I had this thought when I was looking at this. My eyes went to the inner peace, and Spirit was like, you don't have to have all the answers, because I noticed a part of me, which is funny, because I'm going to take part of the messages in this pile for me too, for surrender your ego, because it was like, I'm watching it, I'm looking at the cards, I'm trying to see like what messages is coming through. I don't want to just sit here looking like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, like realistically. And it's just like, I know that I know how to tap in and channel. Spirit has shown me that since I was a kid, and I've worked on developing these things. But it's also that part of me sometimes that is like, it's like imposter syndrome, but it's like, why do you have imposter syndrome? Because you're not an imposter. So it's like, trust what comes through. And there are other times where it's just been like, be silent right now. It's not a thing about worrying about how it looks and everything else. So, and I've learned to be more quiet, to be more still, to be more silent when needed. Like, I don't always have to say something or channel something. Sometimes the message is silence. So it was just a lesson for me too in this moment. a reminder to trust the flow. So I don't know for whoever's listening to this, if that helped them or not, or whatever it may have been, but okay. Anything else? Okay, we're gonna do another deck. Okay, what messages of support do we have for pile number 2? I know you just wanted to come out. It's funny when I was just saying it a second ago about being silent and letting and trusting it, even and not worrying about how it looks, because I've been doing a lot of work lately around being seen, being heard more, not worrying about what others think, and identity shifts within myself, and trusting more. Like, Spirit has continuously showed me concrete proof around my gifts for decades, and it's like, but I'm still learning to trust, and I've been very intentional lately around trusting more. Like, that has been a big intention for me. Okay, let me pull that down. All right. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm part of POW too. I'm gonna just say that because honesty and communication, vulnerability and freedom, power and intention, literally. Wow. Okay. So for those others that are also aligned with POW number 2, you know what? Okay. I get it. Okay. The message is around honoring your truth. What is the truth? I'm laughing because I needed to like play this out as you're seeing it to like, okay, what is it? I'm trusting it, I'm flowing with it, but it's also like, okay. One more quick story too, because like I have times where I've had to learn to trust how things come through and how they align. I was doing a reading for my cousin and a classmate friend type person before, and we were in the park, and I literally had somewhere to be at a certain amount of time at a certain time, but I also still had to drop them off too. And so I was channeling, I was doing my cards and everything else, and everything was coming through, and it was like, as far as from what they said, very accurate. And it was so funny because all of a sudden my channel just stopped. Like nothing was coming through anymore, anything else. And I'm like, what's going on, Spirit? Like I was literally in the middle of a thought. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't know what it, and it was like, I had to honor that in a moment. I was like, I don't know what it is. It's since stopped. If any messages come through later, I will send you all a message. And I was like, all right, because it was getting close to the time we had to leave. So literally at that exact moment, after it stopped, after we left, I literally had just the right amount of time to drop them off and get to where I was going to go. And I got there right on time. And it was like, I've had so many instances of that where it's just like, things flow how they're meant to flow when they're meant to flow in alignment. So anywho, pile number 2, this message is around, for one, honoring your truth, honoring your vulnerability and being seen and heard in your truth, and even, letting go and surrendering your ego, at least working with your ego, where it's okay to be seen and working through these things. Like, you don't letting go, moving through the pride or whatever might come up around whatever assumptions and projections we're honestly putting on ourselves from the reflections of other things and other people in our life. Whether it was like, oh, I want to do this thing and I've seen other people that do this and they look like this or they sound like this, but in actuality, how do I want to look? How do I want to sound? And how do I desire? And how do I naturally flow? So how will this look for me? Not how it's looked for other people, but how will this look for me? And honoring the truth in that. So, Okay. So yeah, I literally just kind of said it. Honesty and communication. Being honest and expressing that, you know. And it means some things that you express are going to be a little bit vulnerable. And at the same time, it's freeing. So for these different things that are coming up, it might be things around things that feel uncomfortable to you being seen and heard in. Whether it is your gifts, like me, I'm working on being more comfortable in showing my gifts and letting them be seen and heard, because it's like, yeah, this is part of my journey, but it's also about, not always about how it feels. It's about what value can it offer to the world, can it offer to others, and what is my part of my divine assignment in showing up. But anywho, but that can be for different things. But yeah, and then power and intention. Like I kind of mentioned, my intention lately has been more around trust, more specifically, and being seen and being heard. So what is this power of yours? What is this magic of yours? What is this genius of yours, or whatever area, or what is this skill set that you have built that you can be more intentional in how you utilize it and how you show up in it? Okay. All right. Last thing, self-care. What self-care? You know what? I'll take that. What self-care? Hold on now. What self-care? How to for July 2026. What self-care? For July 2026. All right, these are different forms of self-care. Let's see what we got. Connect with crystals. Do these one at a time. Okay. Connect with crystals. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. If someone has been thinking about working with crystals. But I did just hear crystals. It could be also nature, because crystals are a part of nature. And I just heard the elements. So maybe there's some part of earth magic that someone is thinking about using, they utilize, they could go deeper into, or just it's an invitation to go deeper in working with the earth. Even if it's simply sitting outside for a couple minutes and just literally breathing and see what comes through. You can do it with your eyes closed like this person. You can do it open, but literally just it can literally just start off as standing outside or sitting outside for a couple minutes and see what comes through. Taking some deep breaths and then just breathe normally and just say, hey, what's the message? What am I feeling? You know, okay. Sound healing. I just heard practitioner level for some people. So maybe that's you're being called to use sound healing in a practitioner type sense. So facilitating, assisting others too. So maybe if you don't feel confident in the skill, if it's somebody that feels aligned to doing this, maybe practicing. I'm even seeing somebody, maybe you go to the park and you just start playing, and with the intention of starting to master this skill, and with the intention to align and attract those that you are meant to support, and see what happens. Alone time. For sure. Because as I'm feeling like even the messages, connecting, being seen, being heard, even just this, like I said, practitioner level, that means it's going to have to do with something around connecting with others. So it is important to balance that with time with and for yourself, to integrate, to balance, to recharge, to rest, and just to keep that connection, that relationship with yourself ever evolving and growing, even as you're connecting to things outside of yourself. Be still, Kind of same thing. Mentioned kind of being still a little bit, alone time, being still in nature. Yeah, just allow things to flow. I am being kind of called to the star astrology. Jupiter and Leo. Okay, we did just enter Jupiter and Leo energy on the 30th. And that goes until sometime in 2027. It's like a year and a half transit, I believe. And that is around being seen more, being heard more, radiating more, shining your light more, aligning to opportunities around that, and just opportunities in general. And then depending on where these things are in your specific natal chart house can also give you some more insight to what things might be amplified. If you have this placement, hold on, let me go back. I'm sorry, I was thinking because I actually have Jupiter in Leo, but not everybody's Jupiter is in Leo. So just where these places in your houses and your charts are, like Jupiter and Leo specifically. But if you have Jupiter and Leo too, this might actually be a very good time for you, around working, around being seen and being heard, things like that. Okay. Lastly, nourish your temple. I just saw plant magic, plant mama, plant papa. So for some people, you have plants, you work with plants or herbs, or you've been considering it. Maybe follow that instinct, but also in general, nourish your temple. It's about making sure your body is taken care of, the things you eat, the things you drink. Even I'm seeing, it's not necessarily this, but even that the external, like massaging your skin, touching, like caressing your skin. I'm seeing somebody doing this with nourishing oils as a way to soothe themselves, to self-soothe. But yeah, making sure internally and externally you are nourishing yourself throughout this process, which makes sense. When you start to try to expand your capacity for certain things, especially around being seen and being heard, and especially in certain types of gifts, it's important to have things to help to regulate you, your nervous system, your mind, your body, so you don't spiral, so you don't self-sabotage, which in actuality is not really self-sabotage because your body only wants to protect you. So it's going to go back to certain things that feel safe. So it's the true intention is it loves you and it wants to protect you. But self-regulation is really about things and tools we can utilize to help us show and talk to our nervous system and our mind and our body and our hearts to say it is safe to move into this, even if it's just a little bit at a time. So yeah, so those are the messages for Power 2. We're going to go ahead and move on to the SRT. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the SRT clearing portion of this session. I've already done the work for me and for the group. Again, this is a clearing for July 2026 for the month. Just to kind of start off. All right. What is the positive energy held on July 2026? 80. What is the negative energy held on July 2026? 60. Okay. Okay. Do this at the end. Okay. All right. All right. Where are we going first? Is that Soul Family? Yes. Okay. Can we please clear the Soul Family? Okay, where are we going next? Is this beyond looping? Okay. Are we able to clear that? No. Okay. Are we able to do it once they state their intentions? Okay. That was a little multiple things. Okay. Kind of heard maybe, depends. All right. Beyond looping, what is this around? And I'm just kind of being still right now, kind of see what comes through. Beyond looping, can you give me some insight to what that is around? Okay. I keep hearing I keep hearing like almost like somebody's thinking this. Same day, different month, same old, same old. So it kind of feels like an energy of somebody not even how do I say this? Not even allowing things to shift from a mental standpoint, I guess. Like they see every day as the same, they see every month as the same, every year is the same. Like nothing is going to change, nothing is going to get better. It's just going to be how it is, and that's just what it is type energy. It's kind of what I'm getting. And so it feels like this restriction around possibility, this limitation on possibility. Is that kind of accurate to say, Spirit, from what I'm getting? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there anything that can be done now? Yeah. Okay. Now that it has been named, are we able to clear it without a statement? Without a statement. It's kind of a... For some, yes. Okay. Okay. For some, usually when beyond looping comes up, sometimes I can clear without a statement, but most times I find that once somebody makes a statement of intention, like I clear this or I allow myself to release this or whatever it may be, usually it can be moved a little bit easier. So I'm going to invite those that feel called to state this. Like, I open myself up to possibility. I release limitation on possibility and opportunity in my path moving forward. Something around that. I'm going to invite you to say that now, and I'm going to keep moving forward. All right. So, for what we can we go ahead and clear that? Clear, transmute any downloads as needed for beyond looping. Can we also clear around there not being enough time? I just heard something around people running out of time, not thinking it's enough time. Can we also clear download maybe around that, feeling rushed, feeling like there's not enough time to do things, not enough time in the day, maybe working with time blindness, managing time, things around that, just the frequency of time and creating harmony with it for others. And I just heard she's all over the place. Not so much. It's a group clearing. So multiple things are going to come up because I'm tapped into this for multiple people. Like if it was one person, it'd be different because things come through more clearly. But when you're dealing with multiple people and I'm tapping in and I don't have a way to physically confirm something, I'm just kind of saying all the different things that are coming out. Because you don't know what's going to connect with who, especially when it comes to SRT. Part of SRT is kind of research and uncovering through this way. So sometimes just by naming something, it creates a certain openness for it to be moved and cleared. So, okay. All right. Where are we going now? Okay, is that Siamese souls? I don't feel like that. Yeah. Is that contact or help? Yeah. Okay. Can we call in everyone's guides to work with them specifically? So working with their high selves and to support them for this clearing. And I'm hearing Archangel Michael specifically and Jophiel. So asking them to come through if aligned and for who they're aligned, who they work with, as well as it feels like ancestors for certain people. So yeah, just calling in their teams of support, whoever they may be for them. And if you're not sure for you, maybe set that intention, like open yourself. Matter of fact, take a deep breath in and release. Take another deep breath in for 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and release with a nice big sigh. One more time. In for 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and release for 3, 2, 1. Maybe shake your body really quick for a second and then just take one more deep breath and just be still for a moment. Open yourself up to your own channel, your own connection to source or God or whoever it is you commune with or connect with, your own team. And I'm asking that you get a download or whatever it may be, some clarity on who it is as part of your team that wants to come through. Whether it's a name, a visual, a feeling, something. And for some people, they're not going to get anything till a day or two later. Okay. And for some people, it might not come through for another day or two, but they're there. It might take some time to move through some mental things to come through where you receive clarity, especially if you're not used to tapping in like this, I guess I would say. But yeah, just asking for some clarity to come in to help support you to know who it is that is supporting you and working with you through you. And typically how it works, it's kind of feeling like a call to explain this a little bit. Typically how it works is because some people, like, I understand when you open yourself up, there can be a fear of opening yourself up to false things that are not good for you and everything else. So there's also an intention of only opening myself up to connecting with my team or guys that are truly here in my corner, that love, support, guide, and protect me, that are only of love and light or clarity or lightness, that do not carry dark, heavy, dense energy, things like that. Excuse me. And also typically trusting your team, like your high self, to be the gatekeepers, the spiritual gatekeepers. So typically other guys and stuff, they come through your high selves into you. So, yeah, it also kind of depends on what you believe because everybody has different ways of doing things. I can only share from my experience. So yeah, you also choose whether you want to be open to receiving it or not. Because if you're not truly open to it, even if you say you are, you might not get certain things. And that's okay too, if that's not something you desire, or if you desire it a different way. Maybe show me through a message, like an external message. So maybe instead of like a download where you're opening up your channel, which, I mean, in actuality is still kind of, but maybe it's like show me externally. So maybe all of a sudden you're on the computer or on TV or whatever, and you see all of a sudden Archangel Michael pop up in a visual or a name or whatever. And then you just feel this thing in your body that it feels aligned. So maybe that's your way of knowing. Everybody has different ways. So anywho, let's go ahead and move forward. Okay, where are we going? Is that chart 3? Yeah, okay. If you're new to my channels, I don't explain everything on here. I kind of just move through it, the energy. And just, if you're open to receiving it, you know, then just kind of be here and receive the energy from it, the working. Sometimes I'll explain things like I just did now when it feels aligned, but sometimes I'm just moving through. Okay, so where are we going? Feeling incarnational level. Okay, can we clear? Let's go ahead and clear any demonic forces too. I'm feeling called from chart 5. And there's no need to, you don't have to get fearful around me saying that. There's literally a chart that we have that has like interferences, negative motivations. And one of the things on there is like dark forces, dark energy, satanic, but it's not like something for you to fear or anything. That could be like collective energy of sadness or rage or whatever. It's not necessarily that, but that's what came up. So that's why I said that. Okay. All right. Are we going anywhere else on chart 3? Yeah. Okay, where are we going? Feel like over here somewhere. It says vector. Okay, are we clear? I just heard mediumship abilities unlocking. So for some people, you might have been told you're a medium, might have been interested in exploring it or trying to work with mediumship. I will say it is important if you intentionally start to open yourself up to connecting in that way. Like channeling and mediumship are not fully the same thing. Mediumship is more of like really allowing spirits and stuff to move through you and channel that, versus like if I'm channeling messages, you know, which it can still kind of overlap depending on the person. But it's important to honor your boundaries, to state your boundaries energetically, things like that. Also to make sure you close down portals, even if it's speaking it. So say for instance, when I do things like this, I'm saying things like closing down this portal. I close this connection, disconnect, sealing my field, things like that. I say it also when I go to sleep at night, closing down any excess portals, just because for me, doing this type of thing that I do, it's been a lifestyle type thing. So it's important that I make sure I maintain that. So I'm just saying that to say for somebody that is thinking about getting into that too, just making sure that you're opening sessions with protection, love, you're closing them with protection and love, gratitude, things like that. Okay, where are we at? Lord, first Eden. Okay, can we also clear that? Okay, are we done with chart 3? Feels like, yes. Where else are we going? Okay, let's please apply. Healing by father, mother, grandfather. And any clearing that's needed. I plan on by August is my thing, just because July is going to be very busy for me, at least the first 3 weeks, especially, well, honestly, yeah, the first 3 weeks, but honestly, I'm kind of going to be busy until like mid-August with some personal stuff I'm in the process of doing. So, but because I didn't get a chance to do the full moon clearing that I had wanted to, which I was like, I still could have did it today, but I'm like, it's almost done, honestly, even though 3 days after, even though the energy would still be there. But I was like, I know there's other SRT practitioners that did do it. So I was like, all right, I'm just let it be. And we'll do July. But my goal, my intention is after that to start like actually scheduling certain things to do videos on, like the full moons. The new moons, I don't know, because I tend to like do certain things, other things. So, but for sure, the full moons probably, at least for now, which is this 30? Yeah. And then some other stuff too. I want to try to start making sure I kind of make a video for those monthly for the most part, barring like anything extreme happening or big. All right, actually. Okay, memory clearing. All right, where are we going? Archie Prince. Okay, anything else? Council of 13. Okay. Okay, is that it? That actually felt kind of heavy. Okay, can we go ahead and clear? Feel like my pendulum just got kind of heavy. But yeah, I have a few ideas already for things I would like to make some videos on this month. This was one of them. Obviously, I would like to do one for the month. Like each month would be nice. Just because it's kind of nice as having like a reset, you know, or a way to kind of help clear some energy ahead, or even after, things like that. I eventually have an idea for gatherings that I would like to do for the month, or full moons or something, or maybe even new moons. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to put anything in stone yet. I'm kind of going to let Spirit kind of guide me right now what feels aligned. And that's part of the thing that's got me, that kept me from being consistent in the past, was trying to do everything at once, or all these ideas that I have, and then I don't get them done. And then it's like trying to make sure things are like perfect or whatever the case may be. So now, as I've been growing and learning, I'm trying to honor the flow. Archetypes. Okay, can we clear that? So again, any downloads that's needed. Honor the flow of things, and let the journey kind of unfold more from a place of trust. One thing I will say, I do plan on making some videos around visibility, like my journey specifically, that maybe it supports someone. I'll probably have some videos, my first couple ones about that, out later this month. I had planned on in June, and then things got kind of crazy with some weird stuff that just happened out of nowhere for like a couple weeks, and it's still kind of concluding, but I'll also take that as a sign. Okay. All right, we are done. All right, where are we going? Okay, now sign me souls. Yeah, let's go ahead and clear. Okay. It feels like it's sign me souls again. No. Okay, where are we going? Not on the charts. Not on the charts. Okay. Can you give me a little insight, please? Not on the charts. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm seeing a visual of a child. If possibly someone's inner child, it feels like. Oh, okay. I got it. Of like a child and they're coloring, like a coloring thing, and like they're letting things get messy, which is kind of funny what I was just saying. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear the energy transmit around perfection and allowing things to be messy in a fun, healthy way of discovery and curiosity, bringing in the innocence of the child, of the inner child, and children in general. Okay. Is that God consciousness? Okay. Well, please update, educate, upgrade, and elevate God consciousness for those involved, and also updating the committee, bringing in the minimum number of members for the maximum effect so they can be able to support them on their journey moving forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm seeing demonic forces again. Can we go ahead and clear that also, as well as bringing in support team and carrying any residuals away to their proper place with light and love. And sealing any fields. Sealing any holes in the field. Clearing the field, sealing it, helping to soothe it. Soul wounds I'm getting. Okay, we're gonna move to mop up soon. Okay. Anything else for our word that we're moving through in mop up? Okay, where are we going? Is that extra souls? Okay, go ahead and clear, please. Okay. Anything else? Okay. All right, before we do mop up first, okay? All right, let's go ahead and do mop up, please. Probably gonna do 2 mop ups in, I'm thinking. All right, what is the core theme of energy that we have been moving through and we are clearing for July 2026? Core theme. Is that negativity? Yes, okay. Please clear, transmute negativity. A quick mop up after that. Okay. Okay, now what are we downloading and calling in place of negativity for July 2026? Is that perseverance? Yes, okay. Let's go ahead and download perseverance. Oh. I want a big bowl of cereal now. Like, I don't know why I just got this little rush of inner child energy, like how I used to sit and watch cartoons and eat a bowl of cereal when I was a kid, and like this energy of playfulness. So yeah, we brought in a little bit of that, which is nice. All right. All right, what is the positive energy that we hold on July 2026? 100. And what is the negative energy that we hold on July 2026? 0. Love it, love it. Well, let's hold. Yes, awesome. All right, close the session. Gratitude to my high self, the high selves of those involved, all the guides that came through in team and spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Close this SRT session. It is done. It is complete. So it is. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Integration. Lots of water, lots of rest. Honor your body. Those that did decide to look at the picker cards, the self-care messages that came through for your pile specifically, maybe utilize those. And yeah, please let me know if this was beneficial for you, supportive for you in any way, shape, or form. And blessings.